Hello and welcome to another episode of UK Crime Caught on Camera. In this one, we are looking at drug busts, including a criminal conspiracy involving copious amounts of cocaine and gouda cheese, and a £1 billion cocaine smuggling op involving frozen chickens. Six gang members who ran one of Britain's largest drug rings have been jailed for smuggling £1.59 billion worth of cocaine in boxes of frozen chicken. The gang used a warehouse in Redditch to store the cocaine. They were part of a criminal network which imported 15 tons of high-purity cocaine from the Mexican cartel and distributed it around the UK. They worked for a kingpin, hiding the drugs in boxes of frozen chicken in what is thought to be the largest drugs operation in England and Wales. Deputy Chief Crown Prosecutor for CPS Yorkshire and Humberside said the money-minded criminals were able to sell an extortionate amount of drugs. The gang's operation initially unravelled when police raided a home in Leeds where they discovered blocks of cocaine with an estimated street value of £14 million, and crystal meth with an estimated street value of £4.95 million in a locked room. They also found other paraphernalia used to repackage the drugs: cash, bank cards, and passports. A criminal gang operating out of Blackburn have been jailed for more than 40 years after concealing large amounts of cocaine in cheese. Lancashire Police raided a unit at the old fire station in Blackburn and found a £17.2 million haul of cocaine. The unit belonged to a dealer who had hidden the large amounts of cocaine inside blocks of Gouda cheese. Police found 217 kilos of cocaine, some hidden in the cheese and other blocks in black bin bags ready to be handed to couriers. Evidence shows that between September 2022 and May 2023, the dealer agreed to sell over 2,000 kilos of cocaine, which was worth over £70 million. The dealer and the courier were jailed for a combined total of 43.5 years. Here we see the moment an officer uncovers an underground stash of cocaine at the address of a drug dealer. The officer, who was searching the dealer's address, found 1.5 kilograms of cocaine, which the suspect had attempted to hide buried in the earth. 4 kilos of cocaine, estimated to be worth around £320,000, was seized from 3 men last year, along with cannabis, drug paraphernalia, and weapons. Prison sentences totaling more than 20 years were handed out to the dealer and 2 others for their involvement in the supply of drugs. This video captures one of many illegal drops made by a drug smuggling drone pilot as he smuggled drugs and mobile phones into prisons. With the help of his partner, he made more than 100 drops into 11 jails and young offenders institutions between August 2022 and October 2023. Footage from one smuggling operation shows a drone hovering over a prison at night while lowering mobile phones on a fishing line. At least 72 of the drone drops took place at HMP Only in Rugby, Berkshire, over 39 days. A court heard how the wife used her bank account to launder nearly £50,000, which her husband had been paid for piloting the drones. The couple were found out after the pilot crashed his drone in the grounds of HMP High Point in Suffolk. Fishing line and hooks had been attached to the drone, with a package containing heroin, steroids, chargers, tobacco, SIM cards, and mobile phones worth nearly £20,000. Data from the crashed drone confirmed it had been responsible for 62 flights on 34 dates and 7 different prison sites between January 3rd and June 3rd, 2023. The pilot was jailed for a total of 6 years, and his wife was sentenced to 15 months. Police body cam footage shows the moment officers ram the front door before finding a man in the bathroom among his nearly £70,000 worth of cannabis plants. Police can be seen breaking down the front door, with officers running into the property and up the stairs. An officer shouts "man in the bathroom" and orders him to come out. The man comes out of the bathroom onto the landing, where the officers handcuff and arrest him. On entering the property, officers saw that the upstairs of the home and the garage had been adapted for the cultivation, which included 82 plants worth £70,000. Police say the plants were seized, as well as other items such as growing equipment, scales and vacuum seal bags. The man pled guilty to cultivating cannabis and was sentenced to a year in prison. Dramatic police footage shows the moment officers raided the homes of an organised crime gang supplying crack cocaine and heroin. 200 officers from Cheshire Police, with support from Merseyside Police, raided 14 addresses across Runcorn, Widnes and Merseyside. Police say the defendants were identified following a number of inquiries, including telecoms analysis, CCTV and ANPR, during an investigation that took place from August 2021 until September 2022. 6 men and 2 women were arrested and charged with conspiracy to supply Class A drugs. 5 men and 1 woman were sentenced to over 20 years in total, while the remaining 2 received suspended sentences. A Peterborough drug dealer who supplied crack cocaine across Cambridge has been jailed after biting a police officer. Officers rumbled the dealer after spotting him carrying out a suspected drug deal. He attempted to run from police and bit one of the officers on the arm as he was being arrested. He was carrying crack cocaine and heroin worth over £2,500, as well as £1,500 in cash and 2 mobile phones. Officers searched his home, where they found a further £3,310 in cash, as well as other drug paraphernalia. He was sentenced to 3 years in prison. Astonishing footage shows the moment police officers catch a major drugs gang in the middle of counting over £500,000 in cash. The 21-strong group used encrypted EncroChat phones to arrange the ordering of 100 kilograms of high-purity cocaine from Dubai. Over a 14-month period, the gang smuggled cocaine into the UK worth a staggering £165 million. In January 2022, 18 people were jailed for a combined total of 167 years for their part in the conspiracy. A Proceeds of Crime Act hearing has ordered some members of the gang to repay over £750,000 of their ill-gotten gains. A court heard the gang ran their drugs empire from a modest terraced house in Derbyshire. One gang member benefited by £1,078,992.04, with an available amount of £377,423.81. The man, who lived in Nottingham before he was jailed for 10 years, rented 2 apartments at a cost of nearly £91,000 and shopped at Harvey Nichols and Flannels. A court heard he also rented 46 luxury cars at a cost of nearly £250,000. A separate hearing found another gang member who benefited by approximately £160,000, with an available amount of around £140,000. He and his younger brother were taxi drivers who couriered cash and Class A drugs across the country. One was jailed for 7 years and 9 months for his links to the drugs empire. The other earned over £250,000, with an available amount determined at around £169,000. He is currently serving a prison term of 4 years and 9 months for a money laundering offence. A court heard the gang had 2 offices in Luton and Derby, where millions of pounds flow through from their cocaine sales. In a 6-week period, they raked in around £18.6 million, the equivalent of around £400,000 every day. Police estimated the gang's total earnings over a 408-day period they were in operation to be a whopping £165 million. The extent of the cash being turned over was shown even more starkly when, during further warrants in June 2020, officers found a money counter midway through bundling £530,000 at an apartment in London. A fourth man was also ordered to repay £70,000 for his involvement in the gang's crimes. And that is that. If you're watching us in Freeview, stay tuned for more authentic UK television, curated from the hearts of British communities by journalists living in them. If you're watching anywhere else, please like, share us around and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And why not visit our website, shotstv.com, for all our video on-demand content, and sign up to our newsletter to be notified of our latest and greatest videos. Thanks for watching.